Fred Olsen Cruise Lines offer a diversion from the mainstream cruises with smaller ships and more intimate cruising. It results in a more relaxed and intimate space for the guests with a lot less crowds. And having smaller ships mean that Fred Olsen Cruise Lines can often go to ports and destinations which would be out of bounds for the larger ships. Come and join me as I set sail on Fred Olsen's Borealis. Walking to my cabin, I noticed all these plaques and I was really interested to know what they are. Well, these actually represent all of the different destinations that the ship has sailed into for the very first time. Oh, it's great to see that my luggage is waiting for me outside of my cabin. Remember, if you sail from the UK, there are no restrictions on the amount of luggage that you can bring, so that's a real benefit. I can't wait to have a little look inside my cabin, but I need to go and unpack. I will show you around some different cabin styles later in the week. Even though they're smaller ships, there's still so much to see, but don't worry, it's so easy to navigate your way around the ship. You have these deck guides and they have all of the numbered decks that you need for the different areas. And if you need any additional help, a crew member is always at hand to assist you. Let's go and explore out on deck. Oh, the first day of the cruise, it's so refreshing to come on deck. This is a perspective that you just wouldn't be able to get from a land-based holiday. I love it already. Fred Olsen is all about celebrating traditional cruising. On a nice day, you can come on deck and even play some classic deck games. In the suites and balcony cabins, there are 2 pairs of binoculars, which is great. In destinations like this, there is a chance that we might see some whales or some dolphins. I've really enjoyed looking around the deck, but now let's go and explore everything else that the beautiful Borealis has to offer. First stop, the ornate oriental tea room with a delicious selection of teas from around the world. The Earth Room is a really unique extension of the library here on board Borealis. It's really special. It's been inspired by Sir David Attenborough and Charles Darwin, and it's all about educating passengers on sustainable living, climate change, and all of those concerns. The Ocean Bar is a hot spot to relax with a drink and enjoy some of the live music and also the traditional dancing as well. So if you fancy spoiling yourself whilst you're on board, I would head up to the Bookmark Cafe, because just look at the array of mouth-watering tarts, cakes and desserts and chocolates here as well. Once you've selected your sweet treat, why not sit down, relax and get lost in your favourite book? Or how about a puzzle? For passengers who enjoy that traditional pub experience, you can find that on board as well. This is the Morning Light pub. It's split into 2 areas. So over here, you've got your sports bar. So if you're sailing when there's the Olympics or any football games, I think we've got golf on at the moment, you can still enjoy that during your cruise. And over in this area, we have lots of pub games, which is really fun, and quizzes as well that you can take part in, and live music here every single evening. I'm in the observatory lounge right now, and this is a really popular place on board because there's panoramic views all around. So it's a great place to come and watch when you're sailing into a scenic destination. Also in the evening, people like to come here when there's a bar, but during the day they have afternoon tea, speciality dining going on, and they also have dance classes. The interesting thing about a Fred Olsen cruise is that they have a different selection of drinks in each of their bars, so you can find a different atmosphere and a different vibe wherever you choose to have your drinks. This is the piano bar, and this has been inspired by the glamour of traditional cocktail bars and jazz as well. The auditorium is a live venue and doubles up as the onboard cinema. There's a dedicated arts and crafts centre on board with guest experts and classes for you to enjoy. Fred Olsen himself is very passionate about art, and that really shines through on the Fred Olsen fleet, with contemporary art pieces, more traditional, and like behind me you will find hand painted artwork around the ship. I'm going to show you around one of the premier suites on board. Oh, wow, this is lovely. There is just so much space in this suite. Oh, it's gorgeous. The size of the bed, you've got a lovely lounge area. You have your own jacuzzi bath, so you can have that nice bubble bath experience whilst you're on board. And my favourite thing has to be the walk-in mirrored wardrobes. You will be spoilt for choice for places to eat on board. Whatever time of day, there are so many different options for you. If you miss the normal breakfast time, don't worry, you can enjoy the late risers menu up by the pool, so you can have a breakfast at your leisure by yourself or enjoy it with your friends. So there are two options for afternoon tea on board. You can upgrade and enjoy the silver service experience in the observatory lounge. But if you don't want to go for that, then every afternoon at 3:45 up on deck 8 is a delicious selection of sandwiches and cakes. I'm up here on this stunning terrace which has panoramic views out to sea. I'm just walking now down to the Borealis restaurant, which is equally as stunning. There's just so much more to see on board, but right now we're sailing into Reykjavik and it's time for me to go ashore. I'm heading to the Sky Lagoon, a short 15-minute drive away, to have a day out with a difference. One of the unique experiences in Iceland is to come to one of the beautiful thermal spas. It really doesn't matter, whatever the weather, you're going to get gorgeous views. It's so warm and relaxing. It's such an unusual experience because whilst it is a little bit chilly, it's raining right now, it's like being in a hot bath. And it's open in the evening, so at certain times of the year you can even be in here and see the northern lights. Imagine that. People are enjoying a cocktail, relaxing. You've got the waterfall over there. And look at that infinity pool looking out to sea. Now I'm heading back on board to find out exactly what makes Fred Olsen so special. Earlier in the week, I sat down with Michelle Tingley from Fred Olsen, who's been with the company for 9 years. I wanted to find out from her perspective what truly makes Fred Olsen different from the other cruise lines on the market.
Well, our key brand message is what makes Fred Olsen Cruise Lines special. Our smaller ships, we never sail with more than 1,400 guests, whereas the current largest cruise ship is about 7,000 guests. They're handcrafted itineraries. If you look at our itineraries, you will see that we don't do seasons in certain places like Norway and back, or Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean. Every single one of our itineraries on our brochure is just different. We're always looking different. The warm and friendly service of our crew, that is just so special. We are really a family, a true family, all of us, shipside, shoreside, and of course the onboard experiences, what make us different on board, and it's to do with our signature experiences. So linking the destination with the cruise experience, trying out foods from the region, listening to talks from people who, locals who know about art, literature, nature, those sorts of things. That's what makes us special.
Today I'm going to experience one of the more active Fred Olsen excursions. Today I'm going to go quad biking around the site of a volcano that last erupted in 1973. This tour excursion, organised by Fred Olsen, is fun to do on your own or with friends and family. The landscape around the volcanic site is really breathtaking. The scenery was epic. We all had the best time. I'd highly recommend it. After all that excitement, let's discover some of the more relaxing spaces on board. This is the pool area on board, and I've never seen it on a ship before, where there's a retractable roof. So on sunny days, you can have the beautiful weather coming through, but it means that if you don't have the weather, it really doesn't matter. You can use it all year round. Now, you've got the hot tubs that you can relax and enjoy. You've got poolside dining, you've got the Lido bar as well, and of course, all the relaxing sun lounges. Welcome to the thermal suite on board. This is so lovely because you can hire it out privately for an hour, so you can come in here on your own as a couple, or if you're traveling with friends or family. You've got these beautiful heated reclining beds. In the corner there's a hydrotherapy pool. You have showers and sauna behind me, and you even have a private balcony decking area where you can sunbathe. Now, this is really popular on a sea day. You can see panoramic views around looking out to sea, but actually, if you're in destination, it's an opportunity to relax, have some pampering and some gorgeous views. And if you really want to indulge yourself, you can organise canapes and champagne in here as well. So why not treat yourself whilst you're on board? I'm really impressed with the spacious and fully kitted out gym on board with views out to sea during your workout. There's also an area where you have the opportunity to join in some classes with their fitness experts. Oh wow, this is an example of one of the balcony cabins. I've got my own bath with jacuzzi. Wardrobe space is all along here, so plenty of storage and room for clothes. Great sized bed with bedside drawers and tables, hooks for coats. And then moving along here, we have the lounge area. So nice to relax and watch television. Another seated area as well for perhaps doing your hair or your makeup. And the creme de la creme is that balcony, which, wow, looking out to sea. That's just gorgeous. Having such a nice balcony is a real treat because you can have your morning coffee. Out here you can have a glass of wine in the afternoon. In the evening you can even bring a little blanket and you can just watch the night sky and listen to the sound of the waves. A really nice experience that you can book on board is a speciality afternoon tea. It feels so indulgent. You've got beautiful views out to sea and live music playing for you as well. And talking of music, there's a host of entertainment in the theatre every evening. And during the day, there's a range of activities that you can participate in. Everything from cocktail making classes to wine tasting and cooking demonstrations. With a variety of shops on board, you can take full advantage of the tax-free prices. If you fancy a new outfit whilst you're on board, there's ladies and gentlemen's fashion to choose from. arrived in Lerwick in the Shetland Islands. I'm going to explore all that the lovely town has to offer. Then I'm going on a coastal walk that's been highly recommended. The Shetlands are a haven for wildlife, and it's a true area of natural beauty on our doorstep. From the quaint town centre to the rugged coastal paths and spectacular ocean vistas. We're just sailing out of Lerwick in the Shetland Islands. What a lovely day we've had. It's such a nice experience to come up on deck and just watch the sail out of port. Beautiful nature and scenery, and it's just really a nice way to end your day. Welcome to Formal Night, a really special evening on the cruise, a great opportunity to dress up, say farewell to the captain, enjoy some drinks and some great entertainment. Formal Night's also a great opportunity to meet and say farewell to some of the crew that have been looking after you during your cruise. I'm at the photo gallery on board, and I think it's a really special way to capture all of your cruise memories. The professional photography team on board will take pictures of you and your fellow guests throughout the cruise, and then you can use the digital screens to purchase your pictures. They'll be printed out and sent to your cabin, so some lovely memories to take away back home with you. I've been lucky enough to cruise on quite a few of the major cruise lines so far, and they're all different in their own ways. But for me, Fred Olsen does have something special, really special. I just love the traditional, authentic cruise. I personally can't recommend a cruise on Fred Olsen highly enough if you're looking for a more relaxed, intimate cruise experience with great itineraries, incredible staff and a more authentic feel. Then Fred Olsen could well be the cruise line for you.